up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
What up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie Steele.
And welcome to Spitballin.
What up, Big Reg? Reg's got a scarf on today that he looks like a professor, but his kid knitted it. His kid knitted his
my
scarf.
son
What is
knitted
he's
this.
10? He's 10?
He's
11?
10. He knitted this 100%. 2 needles and yarn, and you get a scarf at the end, dude. It's phenomenal. I was just telling Sal, this kid he's having a wonderful childhood. Right? They teach him how to do this at school. They teach him how to play the violin. They teach him how to play the recorder, the ukulele. He plays the piano. He also plays soccer, baseball, and basketball. And then he does all the other regular shit other kids
And then
do.
plays.
Math,
He does
science,
acting and plays.
and they do plays. He's done a play every year that he's been in school. And
Wow.
these are like elaborate, plays where it's like, and he's played multiple roles. Like in the last one, he was a minotaur and a professor. Yeah, it was like a Greek thing.
It's funny, my OC fam, the Vietnamese fam, they got me this cup. Their kids were in this play, and I went to go see it. It was Winnie the Pooh.
Nice.
And they were playing the kangaroos because they're brother and sister. So the older sister was the mom and the little boy was Roo. But anyway, these kids, the whole ensemble, like there's some good acting kids and they could sing, and also, oh man, it's Hollywood. So like we're down, it's not Hollywood, but we're in SoCal. So like there's talent, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
you see, and it was kind of expensive with tickets too. It was like $35, right? For a kid's play.
Wait, they
right?
charge you to go see the kids play?
Yeah, dude, this SoCal, baby.
Oh, it wasn't through school? Like this is
No,
an
it wasn't
outside
through the
thing?
school.
Oh,
No,
it's
it
like
was an outside thing. And it's a nice
community
theater. Yeah, so it's a
Okay.
nice
Okay.
thing. And bro, it's professional as all hell though.
Oh, I'm sure.
And these kids, you're like,
Better
whoa,
be.
that kid's
Charge you
that kid's been
$35.
acting the whole life. They're gonna be yeah, it was, I mean, it's in a nice theater, yeah. And they had like a bunch of runs. Like it was like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 2 weekends, or that's it, and only certain shows. So you had to pick, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
was yeah. Anyway, point is there's some good talented kids out there. When I was a kid and we did the Mary Poppins, we weren't good enough. I wanted to be a chimney sweep. I didn't get that. So I had to be in the ensemble singing, "Let's go fly a kite up to the highest." And I was like, man, I wish I was a chimney sweep.
Oh, dang. I can't believe they denied you your dream of being a chimney sweep. I remember I was only in one play as a kid, and that was elementary school. And I was just in the chorus too, singing the song. I forget the name of it, but it was like, I remember the song. The song was "Go West, Young Man, Go West, where the living is best." Right? That's all I got for you.
That's
all
what
I got
made
for
you
you.
move out to California.
Probably that planted the seed, right? That was like 4th grade, I think, 4th or 5th grade. They planted the seed of moving west. And as soon as I graduated high school, I said I'd never leave. I know I said I'd never leave my small town of Birmingham, Alabama. But as soon as I graduated high school, I was gone. I
Those
bounced up out.
laters.
Straight up, man. I graduated high school in May, and in August, I was in California. That was it.
That's funny, man.
And
Like
I
when
haven't
I was
lived back there since.
like I could have probably been out by high school, but I stayed for college and stuff. But by the end of college, I was chomping at the bit, dude, ready to get the fuck out.
You're like, let's
I
go.
was like, I'll go anywhere. I was like, that's fine. I don't need a job. I don't need a place to stay. Just pack up a car. Let's go. I got $1,500. We'll be good.
How bad is it where you live? Where you're like, look, no job, no shelter, no security, none of the stuff that you need to survive, but $1,500, that's enough.
I'm like
I'll
one
make it
of those old pioneers, bro, way back.
Dude, you sound like Katt Williams. I don't know if you watched that whole interview, but that dude left home. He grew up in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, he's from Ohio. Oh man,
He's from Ohio.
And
he grew up in Dayton, Ohio, and he
we were
grew up
giving
with the
him crap
Jehovah's
last
Witness.
week.
Say it again.
We were giving him crap last week.
Oh, that's all right.
Do you use a
He,
Jehovah's Witness too?
He was Jehovah Witness. His family was, or he grew up in a house with Jehovah. So he's like a devout Jehovah's Witness, or he was.
Still, or he was? Yeah,
Well, he
no, he's
was.
over that shit.
But this dude, I mean, you left after college.
Yeah.
This dude left home at 13 with $2,500. Never went to high school, bro.
How do you have $2,500?
He said he saved all the money from cutting grass and doing odd jobs around the neighborhood.
Then he moved where?
He went to a bus stop. He went to a truck stop, and he was looking for a place that was warm because he was like, I got sick of the snow. I want to go somewhere where there wasn't a bunch of snow. And one guy was going west and the other guy was going south. He hopped in the truck with the guy who was going south because the guy was like, I'm going to Florida. And he was like, oh, I know Florida is the sunshine. Like there's sunny down there. So he hopped in the back of this guy's container, or back of this guy's semi truck, and went to Florida. And
Really?
that's where he raised himself on the streets, got into all kind of crime and some other stuff, robbing, stealing, breaking in, stealing car radios and pawning shit. And it's an interesting story, man. Started doing comedy at some point, tried it, and won a little competition, went on tour with Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, Ron White.
Yes. Wow, he's the first before Larry the Cable Guy. Where
and Larry
was
the Cable Guy was there.
What
and
part
Larry
of
the Cable
Florida?
Guy was there. Say what?
Oh, okay. What part of Florida?
I can't remember. I don't remember what part of Florida. I just know it was Florida. Oh, it might have been Miami, somewhere down southern Florida.
Interested.
Yeah, and went on tour with them and was doing that. And by his own admission, his own words, he's like, yeah, I was really good at making white people laugh. And he's like, and I wanted to learn how to make black people laugh. So I moved to Sacramento because he felt like it was equal parts in Sacramento. He had a kid along the way and was a single dad, and went to Sacramento, did well. From Sacramento, moved to Oakland, California. I remember when I first started, I used to hear about a dude named Cat in the Hat, and that's who he was. He went by Cat in the Hat. And then he said he got a letter from Disney to cease and desist using that name because of, Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat. So he changed his name, or he went to Katt Williams because he couldn't be Cat in the Hat anymore. So Katt Williams. And his real name is Micah. Like it's a biblical name, Michach or whatever. Yeah. So Micah went by Cat in the Hat, moved to LA, and got his first role in Friday After Next as Money Mike, the little pimp. Working with a monster. And now he's Katt Williams. It's an interesting story, man. You hear once you hear his story.
Was he in like Oakland and in Oakland when we started, or what?
Yes, sir.
I don't remember hearing about it. I don't know about it.
I didn't
do Oakland much though.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't go over to the city. He was always in Oakland. So he would do Dorsey's Locker, and then
I've done Dorsey's,
and then he did this other spot that was down
Kimball's East.
Kimball's East, probably. And there was another spot down in East Oakland, Halftime or something like that. Like there was some spot.
You remember seeing him back then or no?
I never saw him. I just heard about him. He and Lunell, he had moved first, and then Lunell moved. And I remember I did stuff.
I remember Lunell.
Lunell. Yeah, I remember Lunell. And I remember when she moved because everyone was talking about Cat in the Hat. I mean, Cat in the Hat.
Funny. I did not know about that.
Next. Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of, so Reggie and I got
real quick, to his credit, considering he's a guy that didn't have a formal education, and he was somewhat of a child prodigy. He was awarded some scholarship as a kid. He said he knew how to read. By 3, he was reading and comprehending well by 3 to 5. And he was considered a very bright child and like a child prodigy to some degree. Was awarded some scholarship to go to some prestigious school, and decided not to go because I guess whatever was happening at home, he was like, man, I ain't staying around here. If I go to school, I got to stay around here. So he left.
So he talks about all that in the interview with Shannon Sharpe.
Yep.
I guess I should listen to that. See, that's a problem with the country now. Or the world, really. It's all just clips. And you just get bombarded with clips. And
but hold up, though. Just for the record, that podcast, it was viewed 23 million times in 5 days. For about a week and a half, Katt Williams broke the internet.
Wow.
Right?
Dude.
By saying names and calling out people and, spewing whatever he deems to be
he did
his truth.
he got into the weeds a little there. And he did
Yeah, he
come
was
off a
drinking
little
too.
bitter at times. But
Yeah.
but okay, so hey, boy, you know it's funny, man. I just saw a great thing with by Marlon Williams, and he was saying like
Oh, about
he's
the
like,
dress thing. Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that.
and he's like, dude, he's like, why
He
can't
ain't addressing
we
the whole
celebrate
issue. He ain't addressing the
it?
whole issue. I saw that. And look, I got in against Marlon, right? He's entitled to his own opinion. Obviously, he's going to take that stance as a guy who made a movie with his brother, white chicks dressed up as women, right? So, I heard his whole comment about where if a white guy, if Robin Williams dresses up in a dress and Mrs. Doubtfire and gets nominated for an Oscar, it's not a big deal. If Dustin Hoffman dresses up like a woman and
It's Tootie and wins
gets
an
nominated for
Oscar.
an Oscar and wins one for Tootsie, and then it's not a big deal. But if a black guy dresses up in a dress to do something comedic, all of a sudden now it's a problem.
The
Well,
community doesn't celebrate it, he was saying.
yeah, the community. He's like, yeah, because come on, man, oh, dude, it's so much deeper than just that. I mean, it's not just about comedic, about being, funny. You got to take in societal views at large. When you're at the top of the food chain, you can do whatever you want as a white guy,
Right, right.
right? You can put on whatever and dress however. But when you are lower down the food chain and people are actively trying to keep you from having something or painting you in certain images or say certain pictures to some degree, then and they're the ones that's trying to they already I mean, come on, man. They used to
No, I get it, Red. I
Yeah, I'm
hear you.
like black male virility has been a point of contention for white people for a long
Oh,
time,
you break it
right?
up during that,
Even to the
dude.
point that they hated us so much when they caught us, and before they killed us, they would cut our fucking genitals off and stuff them in our mouths. You understand?
Oof.
Like
Oof.
that's how much they feared our ability to procreate and our masculinity. So in clipping us, literally, right? And clipping us literally, they couldn't do that anymore because the laws got changed. So then how else can they clip us? They would clip us by emasculating us, by putting us in roles that maybe don't make us as powerful as we are or they perceive us to be. I mean, I ain't gonna get too deep into it. I already said enough. But
That's
yeah,
pretty deep right
so
there.
when I heard that, a part of me goes, okay, huh?
I was like, that's
Say
pretty
what?
deep right there. We're already in the deep end.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I mean, and look, I'm speaking from the standpoint of being, a black male, but also being a comedian who works in the artistry of funny, right? But I'm also a person who lives in the world who can take in this information and discern it, right? And understand what's happening and see all sides of it. I'm not just looking at it through one lens, right?
Right, right, right. Okay, so let's talk
Through the
about
lens of
these
the artist and
clips.
having space to be creative, I get it. Okay.
Um, okay, so last week your thing keeps acting up, dude. It's like choppy, man. Your camera, your video.
Yeah, I just got a message that said the internet connection is unstable. But I didn't know if
Uh,
that was me or you. Is it me?
nah,
Because I
yeah,
got
it's
all
you,
my
baby.
bars.
Yeah, well, you look it. Do I look pixelated?
No.
Yeah, well, you do.
Even now?
Yeah, like your face looks kind of clear, but any movement you do is like a second behind.
Okay.
All right, well, there you go. Now it's better. All right, well, anyway, let me get into. So I put up the two clips. Our podcast did pretty well last week on YouTube. It was one of our most watched or listened to. Thank you to Katt Williams for that. Let's be honest. But so we put up a clip. I put up a clip about Chappelle and I put up a clip with Katt. And the Katt one, so we only got one on YouTube, but we got a few on TikTok. They were going after you on TikTok a little,
After
Reg.
me?
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, well, I guess I could share it because
Well, I mean, let's just be honest. The way you edit those clips, I mean, they got to watch the whole thing to see what I said because those clips are
well
highly
what
edited.
well, I got to keep them under a minute usually so I can
Yeah, but
put
when you
them
start
up.
taking out words, then it's like it changes the whole context of it.
You see this?
Yeah.
A lot going on in the black community this week, huh? It's a big, big week for the black community, and you
You hear that?
representing the entire community. I guess I'll have
Yeah.
to interview you
All
about
right.
it.
Yes, as the official spokesman for the black
As
people.
the official spokesperson with the beard and the beads, Katt Williams is setting off the black community with his interview with Shannon Sharp, and he's talking
Shake
smack
Club
on
Shay Shay.
everybody.
This dude went in. He's naming names. He's calling out any and everybody. My question is this: why? It's hypocritical. Katt Williams is like, I'm not gonna put a dress on because I ain't gonna dress up like a woman. I ain't gonna
I
emasculate
like your
me.
voice. You did
Right?
good
I'm not
voice.
gonna be the messenger. I'm not gonna deliver that message. You'll dress up as a fucking pimp and then deliver the message. The guy who uses women's bodies to make a living. So in one hand, you want to talk about you don't want to put on a dress, but in the other hand, you'll dress up and deliver the message as a pimp. I don't know, man.
I just think it's a good thought, right?
Yeah, but I mean, let me just go ahead and say this right now. That clip is heavily edited. It's heavily edited. So if you want to watch the whole thing before people start saying something, they should go watch the whole thing, right? Like, yeah, I mean, but I get it. I mean, Sal is editing, right? You're doing the editing. And so you're picking and choosing, but that whole thing is not, it's out of context to some degree.
Fair. Oh, anyway,
Huh?
this is what this guy wrote. This guy wrote Legend NJ put Cat puts it down, G. Ask women how they feel about him. You the bottom, G.
You the bottom?
Yeah, I think that might be a homophobic like thing. Like you're the one getting boned on the bottom. Ugh.
All right.
But
Legend J. All right. Cat
so
puts
should
it
we
down.
reply?
G.
Should we reply like women are always talking about how much they love short men.
No, I wouldn't even go there. I would say it's more about him playing the role of the
Well,
pimp.
well, here I'll be like women
Well, you
always
could say women always.
talking.
You could say women love short pimps.
Yeah, women.
I don't know. Look, I
Talking
don't even
about
ask women how they feel. I
short
don't know.
men.
Let him ask women how they feel.
But it seems like he's more interested in that into Katt Williams. It seems like he's more into Katt Williams than they are.
Yeah, won't you say that?
Like you're
So I can't speak for women, but it sounds like you're more into Cat Women's than they are.
KW than women.
Yeah.
I have to put the ha ha ha's just so he knows I was laughing when I typed that. All right, so
Hey,
let's see.
why don't
Women
you?
always talking
Won't you?
about how they love short men.
No, not short
He's
men.
like,
Just say
but
short
that's a
pimps.
good point, though.
No,
This guy
because
was born to
no, we're not
shut up.
trying to. I'm not trying to offend any short men out there. There are a lot of short men that are cool dudes, right?
All right,
Like
so what do I say then?
you just say short I don't know, short pimps, short
Okay, I'll put
comedians.
short pimps.
Yeah, short pimps. Because then you're only offending the pimps.
Women always somehow they love short pimps. Seems like you're more into KW than the women.
There you go.
All
There
right,
you
let me
go.
put the in front of there. It looks better. All right, there you go, Legend NJ. And then on all right, we'll stop this share. Then on
TikTok.
TikTok, they kind of, someone wrote, I mean, the different message, stupid comparison. Someone wrote, yeah, Katt Williams' whole interview went right over his head. There was so much more to it than not wanting to be emasculated. No one's saying this. Not. And then this person, I think they kind of went after you, Reg. They wrote, surprised he didn't call out that high school kid that whooped his ass.
Actually, you're the one that actually said that. You mentioned something about that. You're like, didn't you say that? Not on the podcast, but you said it to me. You're like, oh wait, maybe someone else said that to
Someone
me.
else said Tool. Maybe it was another week they said that. I don't remember.
No, I was talking to someone else, and they were like, "Yo, wasn't he the one that got punched in the face by a high school kid for a rap battle or something?"
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the other one was the Chappelle one, and then we talked about the trans jokes and whatever, but let's see what some people said about that. Well, one
Oh,
person
interesting.
put, see, this is what's stupid to me, and I went after him already. This one guy's like, yeah, he still does it because it's as relevant and funny now as it was then. And that's kind of the point. It's kind of not, dude. Like if you keep doing the same bit, 3 specials, that's whatever, bro. But
Well,
anyway, I wrote back. I was like, 3 specials now seems a bit hack. And this guy wrote, so the white guy here is trying to cancel Dave. Really? Bro, shut up. And I wrote, who said cancel? Try thinking for yourself once in a while instead of just hopping on buzzwords and bandwagons.
there you go. Buzzwords and
There you
bandwagons.
go. You got an alliteration hit him,
There
dude.
you go. Um,
So
man, look.
a couple people, someone put agreed 100, 100 on us. And,
Okay.
that's why you do it. You do it for the people who ain't got the voice. And, all the bullies are going to be the ones commenting and bitching and the little, frat
Well,
boy D-bags.
I gotta ask this question though. I think we mentioned this last time. I think I said something similar to this, but um, I think there's a little part of Dave that's like, okay, well, here's a segment of society that people are saying that we can't talk about or make fun of, but they want to be a part of society at large, which I welcome, right? I'm like, I welcome anybody who wants to be a part of the whole thing, this whole experiment, right? But I think that with that, when you come to the party, then you're open to, I don't know, teasing or being mentioned, right? I mean, people have done specials where they talked about race in every special, right?
Well, someone else put Ralph Barbosa has some trans jokes, but they're actually funny.
Oh, that's funny.
So I think part of it's
It's the
yeah,
way
I think
Dave is.
it just seems more like a step down for him. It's more of like you wish I don't know. It's just been done. He's done it 3 times now. I'm just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just, I mean, look, this special he went after. Now, this is how you know Dave is actively trying to push buttons because
Right.
we stopped calling people with disabilities handicapped. We stopped saying that in the 80s, probably the early 90s, right? When it's like, yeah, you can't call short people or small people midgets anymore. You got to call them, small people or
Right.
short people, whatever, right? But so someone who knows that, who's as intelligent as he is, as smart as he is, he's very smart about, like, he's very conscious of the words that he uses. So if he decides to say the word handicapped versus disabled, he's saying it for a reason, right?
Right, right,
If he
right,
decides
right.
to say that, if someone says the word midget, it's because they're actively trying to push back against, censorship or political correctness or whatever the case may be. So I
Right.
think with Dave, I think a part of it is just him saying, look, this is trans people are in the media. They're being discussed on a certain level. And I welcome them to the party. I got in against them. But just like I make fun of black people,
It
just like I
sounds like
make
he
fun of
does
white
though.
people, huh?
It sounds like he does have something against them. That's
It
the
sounds like he does,
problem.
but I don't think he actually does. Right? I mean, he joked about disabled people in the last one. Do you think you think he doesn't like disabled people? Now
No.
look,
Now
I
if he
know that
does
it's
it the next 2 specials, then after the third one I might.
I mean, I think he's just going after people. I think he's just trying to push the buttons, man.
You're
That's
right
it.
though. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I get that vibe.
Yeah, he's just
Um
pushing buttons.
Anyway, so all right, so there was that. That was last week in the hate comments, and it's always interesting to read the public, ignorant, naive public has to say.
Yeah, look, man, I think the worst thing that was ever created, uh, the best and the worst thing that was ever created was the internet,
The
right?
internet, man.
Right? Like
It's yeah,
it makes the world smaller so we can contact people and we can reach people in the blink of an eye. You can send messages and you can talk and you can, like there's a whole thing. But the other problem is, or the issue is that it's giving everybody the idea that their opinion matters, right? You
or yeah,
haven't,
or it's equivalent, like hi,
yeah,
my uneducated opinion matters to this person who's
exactly, because you have a
studied something for years.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, you ain't qualified to have an opinion about this. I mean, look,
Right.
not to have an opinion. Everyone's entitled to have an opinion. Have your
Have
opinion.
an educated opinion.
Have an educate. That's all I'm saying is step outside your little four wall room where you're playing your games and you're only listening to people who spew the same things that you believe, right? Go outside of that and get an education, right? Like learn how to discern between the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, right?
Yeah.
It's like learn how to process information, critical thinking skills. right? Just because you sit in your place and you say the same thing to yourself over and over again doesn't mean that it's true. Or just because somebody sat on the couch.
Those are these fucking Trumpers.
Exactly. It's like just because a dude came into a place and said, I'm gonna tell the truth.
Oh, he's
I was
telling the
sitting in an
truth. He
Illuminati
said it.
meeting, right? It's like if I sat here and I go, Sal, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm here for the truth. There are aliens, it's little green men, and they live under the deepest crust of the earth next to the earth's core. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know. Right? But little green men, they burrowed their way to the earth's core and they living down there in the magma and everything else. Little green men, aliens, they've been here since the dinosaurs, and that's where the dinosaurs are. I'm here to tell the truth. The dinosaurs ain't die. They all went underground. They down there with Tupac and Biggie, right? And from what I understand, Tupac and Biggie down there collaborating, and they made some phenomenal music that only the dinosaurs and the aliens get to hear. And they don't want you to know. I'm telling you, it's true. I'm here for the truth.
They got velociraptors hanging out with Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Biggie
They got
hanging with Tupac.
Tupac and Biggie both got velociraptors. They ride around them around the earth core down there with the aliens. Because I'm here to tell you the truth. They don't want you to know.
Yeah. Exactly. You gonna believe that? The media?
Like, exactly. Who you gonna believe? The liberal media? You gonna listen to the left? No, you gonna listen to the right. That's why they right, because they own the right. Right? It's like,
yeah, man, it's that easy. It's that easy.
It's that easy. Sit on the couch. I can sit in the chair and just say, I'm here for the truth. Everybody knows.
You should share these ideas on like a social media platform, or you can't. You'll get blocked because you tell so many lies. You should create your own, call it like Truth Social or something. There you go. So fucking stupid.
Yeah, there you go.
Idiots.
I'm here for the truth. I don't know if they don't want you to know, but the moon is made of cheese.
Yeah.
That's why it's got them holes in it.
There's been idiots like this forever they've been dealing with, man.
Yeah, man. It's whatever, man. People, they say whatever they want to say, right?
All right, so what else, Fred? So the other thing we're going to talk about, I started physical therapy for the first time ever.
Oh, you never done physical therapy before?
No, man. I ain't no college basketball athlete.
You really ain't moved like that in your life?
Nah, dude.
You never pushed yourself to the point
I try to go like
help?
I try to go like Paulie from Goodfellas, slow.
Oh man, I'm like, come on, dude.
Because I don't have to move fast for anybody.
Let me just say this before you get deep into it. As a person who's done physical therapy on a number of different occasions, because I move and I push my body on a high level, right? Whatever.
I'm working on a bit about that, by the way.
Okay, do it. Do the 6 weeks. Do it to fully get back. You got to do the 6 weeks, right? And do the exercises. Don't skimp on them.
Yeah, I gotta try and keep doing them at home. The stretches.
Yeah, you got to keep doing them. Set the time aside. Set your alarm aside. Set your alarm to get up and do it. And that's to regain your strength, to regain your mobility, right? Your range of motion. That's the thing. When you skimp on doing your physical therapy, you're skimping on yourself. And as you get older, it's harder for your body to heal and get back to a certain place anyway. So if you don't do the work to get back to at least where you were, you'll be behind and you'll never catch up.
Yeah, I got
words of wisdom from Reggie Steele.
Reggie Steele, ladies and gentlemen. So and I still don't even know 100% what the thing is, but like last May, if people don't know, like I heard it and I don't know. It just started hurting one day. I was on the road in Wisconsin, actually, the second weekend I was doing with Tim, and I was in pain. I was like, what the fuck? And then, but a week earlier, I moved the TV with my cousin, this heavy ass fucking TV down these stairs. And, and he's squatting and he's shorter dude, and like levels were off. I don't know. I felt something, I thought, but I don't know. Could be all hindsight. I don't know. But then all I know is the shit hurt. And then I got an MRI. I got an ultrasound. They found nothing. And then they went to a specialist. I told you about that. The old man looking at my balls. And I'm like, did I just get tricked? So then this doctor was like, all right, we'll send you to physical therapy. So I started this. I gotta say though, man, the first time I was like, wow, this is great. This might be it. Because, they're just trying to have my knees push up. Like
Oh
I just
yeah.
hold them to leg down or push out, whatever. So, and the problem is it's like it supposedly could be like a muscle that's attached from my stomach all the way down to the groin area. Like that's a
Mhm.
whole section. So anytime like I'll be sitting on a plane a long time or sitting around too much, it hurt. You know what I mean? Or if I
Right.
walked too long, or if I went running, or if I even exercise some weights, like the core, that whole thing, it fucking affects everything. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So then, yeah, we did. So the first time it was cool. I did some stretches. Some of them like really worked. The first thing they did though, and this shit's amazing, electric stimulation, and they got
Oh
these little
yeah.
the
They put the little
tens.
they put the
Yeah,
and then it
yeah,
had
dude,
yeah,
whatever that
yeah.
shit is. Oh my
It's
God,
called
that was
STEM.
the yeah, that shit
STEM
was
treatment.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's called stim.
STEM. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, because the way it just like it's like it massages your innards.
Your innards.
Yeah, like you can't get to it.
I used
It's
to get
like
STEM all the time in school when I
for just
played
all
ball.
random muscles and stuff.
No, I mean usually for something that was a muscle that was I was trying to get the range of motion back to some degree and reach and strengthen and just stimulate the motion, the muscle. And so they put the pads in one area and they put the pads in the other area, and then the electricity goes between the two and it flexes the muscle, right?
Yeah.
To
Oh,
strengthen.
that's why they got to put it on both sides so it shoots through.
Yeah, so the electricity goes from one side to the other side. It's a
What what's the deal? They only could do it for so long, right?
Yeah, you can't do it for too long, and you gotta be careful of how high you turn it up, right? Because sometimes it's electricity flying going through your body, right? So if you
Oh.
turn it up too high, there was a point where I did it one time where it was too high. I still got the burn marks, like it burned me in both spots. I was like, oh, that's too much, and I
Fuck,
took them off, and it was
really?
like, yeah, yeah, I still got the burn marks.
Wow. See, because I saw you could buy it online and shit, but now I don't know.
No, I
Um,
mean you just have to be smart about it, right? You can't. It's be educated, read the instructions, right?
okay.
Yeah, you'd be
Okay.
okay. I mean, I don't know if
All
you
right.
need it like that.
I don't know if I need it, but that is something I look forward to every week now, doing that. And
Physical
then
therapy
this
is the
time,
best.
this guy did something like they put me on the table, right? And then he
Mhm.
like took my leg and he like pulled it back behind me like this kind of, while I'm laying
Yeah,
on my side. So it really kind of stretched that area.
yeah.
And I was like, man, dude, if I was like rich, I'd just have one of these guys in my home.
Hey, dude, you can you can go have one of my home.
Or just not even not my home. That's might be too much of my, but like 24/7, I could call
Yeah,
that.
it's called a So what you're doing basically, it's like a sports massage, right? It's what all the professional athletes do to take care of their bodies, right? To prevent the more stretched out you are, the less likely you are to have injuries. Most injuries occur because you're tight in some way. Your
Mm,
hamstrings are tight, your glutes are tight, your lower back, your abs, your hip flexors, your quads, and when the muscles are tight, then they pull in different ways, right? And that tension
mm,
may be pulling against a muscle that's not as strong. So whatever is in the middle, or yeah, whatever's in the middle may sometimes pop because
mm.
it's pulling too much. So I was gonna say they should have you do this one. It's the not downward facing dog, but it's like the other one where you lay on your stomach and you pull your body up like this
Oh
and lay
yeah, the
flat.
Cobra, baby.
A cobra, right?
Yeah,
That one,
yeah.
because you stretch your abdominals and down into your hip flexors, right?
That's
And
what I'm trying to focus a lot on too, is the hip flexor.
the hip flexors, which gets super tight if you're sitting all the time.
That could
That's
be
why it
it.
hurts when you get on a when you're saying you're sitting on a plane for a long time. You kind of get that thing where you're like, oh man, I
Yes,
gotta
that's
stretch out.
exactly it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's it, man. I'm telling
Uh,
you, dude, all the issues with the body can be resolved literally with just eating properly and stretching, like taking care,
it seems
moving,
like you know
move. You gotta
more
move.
when you
Say
seem
what?
like you know more when I see you wearing that scarf. It just comes out like,
Just
wow, this
imagine if
guy
I
knows
had
what he's talking about here. Give him some glasses, take off that
I
hat.
was gonna say, take off the hat and put on some glasses. Then I can really say Tupac and Biggie live in the earth core with the dinosaurs.
You
And
gotta wear one of those professor jackets, sports
exactly, wear a
jackets, sports
blazer
coat,
and then have the
the
patch on the
patches,
elbows. Yeah. Like, oh, he knows exactly.
the
I
leather
know he know what he's
patches.
talking about. Look at him. Look at him. He looks like he knows what he's talking about.
All right, so far so good. I'm digging it. I'll have to do my stretches today, though, Reg. That's a
Okay,
good
yeah, do
point.
your stretches. That's the number one thing with physical therapy is to actually do the therapy and do it on the days when you're not there.
I will say
You
it's
will
like
get the growth.
it's a bit of a racket. You get in there, it's crowded. There's a lot of people. There's always somebody hurting somewhere.
Oh, dude, there's so much chronic pain in the world, bro. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I think a lot of it can be remedied with, honestly, moving. People got to move and you got to stretch and you got to eat properly. Our
Right.
bodies are designed to move, right? Our bodies are like these perfect machines that when giving the right fuel and attention, they work supremely, right? Now, obviously, some people there's some mix up in the coding, right? And so some things don't work as well for some people, right? But for the most part, man, I think it's just we just gotta eat better, man. We eat better and take care of our bodies, get enough rest, drink water instead of soda or flavored carbonated beverages all the time, and eating tons of sugar. Yeah, all that. It's like, you can take care of yourself. All this. I remember. All right, I'm gonna share this story with you. I had a friend. He's roughly my age. He is my age. There was a point where he was on Lipitor for cholesterol, for high cholesterol. This dude is a former collegiate athlete and a former like pro athlete, right? And he's hitting me up and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm on Lipitor. They said my cholesterol is high." And I go,
Ollie
"Wait,
Peak, what
why
are
are
you
you?"
doing?
Yeah, I'm like, "What are you doing? Why are you taking Lipitor, bro?" I was like, "You're in your early 40s or late 30s or whatever." I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, my cholesterol's high." I go, "Well, go for a walk. That's it. Go for a walk." Because cholesterol is just a buildup of plaque in your arteries and your veins. But if you
Right.
get your heart going and the heart is pumping and the blood is moving, it starts to move that it's like a pipe that's just where the water pressure isn't very good. And so gook starts to build up on the inside of the pipe
Look.
and it gets the gook. Yeah, the gook builds up on the inside of the pipe. And so the area that the water goes through is smaller. But if you increase the pressure, then it starts to move some of that sediment around. And then you just change your diet. I was like, start eating more vegetables and stop eating fucking processed foods, stuff that's high in cholesterol. Eat more vegetables and move. And honestly, that's what he did. He just started working out. He changed his diet. He started working out and he stopped eating bullshit. And he went back
Oh
doctor
man, I
like,
lost
"Oh
you
yeah, your
again.
cholesterol is incredible. What have you been doing?" He's like, "Oh, I went for a walk and I changed my diet." And you're like, "Okay, well, yeah, you don't need this stuff anymore." But that's the
Wow.
truth of the matter. But the thing is that most people, when they're told, "Well, you got to change your diet and go for a walk," they go, but I like McDonald's and soda pop." Yeah, but you understand that if I give you this medication, it's going to keep your cholesterol down, but you're doing the thing that's creating cholesterol. So they're fighting against each other. And the stuff that I'm giving you has other side effects. So
Right.
long term, these things are going to have an effect on you. And I'm going to have to give you more shit to take care of the thing that I gave you to take care of this shit. And you still doing the thing that's creating that shit. How about we just eliminate all that other shit and you just change your diet? Stop eating cookies and ice cream and candy and cakes and drinking soda pop all the time and eating fast food and eating shit out of boxes and cans and eat some real food. Nah, that take too much pressure. That's too much time, man. I just want to be able to pop that shit open to eat it. Okay, then well, here's the Lipitor, and then here's the stuff that's gonna combat the side effects of Lipitor. Have a good day.
Health
See the
tips
see the
by
see
Reggie
the nurse
Steele.
on the way out. Yeah, see the nurse on the way out. And your insurance is good, right? All right, cool. All right, we'll see you in
That's
6
it,
weeks.
man. That's healthcare in America. All right,
That's
buddy.
it.
So NFL playoffs were this past weekend kicked off. You probably didn't watch any of it, huh? You're not a big football guy, huh? Zero. The Cleveland Brownies were in the playoffs for the first time in like 2 or 3 years. And
And they
we got our
lost.
asses kicked by Ohio State legend CJ Stroud and the Texans. And our defense was just bad, bro. Like in the beginning, our defense was already bad. Before Joe Flacco fucked up in the
Right.
third quarter, we were already like, I'm like, we're giving up a lot of points to these guys. Like we gave them more yards in the first half than we average giving up for entire games the whole season.
Wow. So
So
guys were struggling. It's just, I
yeah,
mean,
it
it's the
was
playoffs,
bad.
man.
It was
Everyone's
bad.
stepping it up. Everyone's
Yeah,
stepping up.
except our secondary, they didn't step up. And so we Yeah, we got smoked, and Joe Flacco threw a couple pick sixes, and game was
Oh, that's
over.
right. He threw 2 pick sixes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
I mean,
was
that's
at least
look,
one. I can't remember anymore.
no, because Dak Prescott threw one. He had 2 picks, but
So the
one
best
was a
thing
pick six.
was the Browns played early, so there was a lot of blowouts that got people's minds off of that one. So the Browns lost, but then all of a sudden the Cowboys lose, the Dolphins lose, and the Eagles lose the Baker Mayfield baby and the Bucks.
Bake the Eagles. I mean, they start the season 10-1.
10-1.
10
And
and 1.
I
And
think they
there's only
went,
that's 11 games. There's only 17 games.
yeah, I think they went 1-6 or 2-6 since then. The terrible,
Oh, dude,
terrible.
it's like they collapsed. They had a
They totally
full-on
collapsed.
collapse. And this was coming off of having just gone to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I thought they were gonna maybe go to it again this year, but no.
Yeah, I mean, I was
No.
looking forward to them going back to the Super Bowl because I wanted to. Look, Jalen Hurts, he played at Alabama, man. I'm not necessarily an Alabama fan like that, but I'm a Jalen Hurts fan because of how he handled that situation at Alabama.
Right.
Big time fan,
Right.
right? Tua came in and they went with Tua over him, and he played his role for a while. Then he's like, all right, I'm out, and then he went to Oklahoma and became a Heisman candidate, which is kind of crazy. End up going to the league and making it to the Super Bowl. I'm like, yo, this dude is. I love that perseverance, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to see him do well.
Yeah. So this weekend, I think my buddy Stefani and I were talking. I think the two teams that we want to see in the Super Bowl, one of the two teams, they're playing each other this weekend. So whoever wins between the Lions and the Buccaneers, I think I want to win the Super Bowl.
The Lions and the You want the Lions or the
So,
Buccaneers?
yeah,
You got
they're
to go with
playing
the
each other. If
Lions.
one of those two, if Baker or the Lions could pull it off, that'd be pretty cool.
Yes,
Uh,
I
the
love to see
Li-
the Lions.
yeah, they've
I
never
mean,
been. The Texans have never been. Be cool, the Texans Lions Bowl. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I had my cousin Joey over for
okay,
pasta. We made some pesto, but I think he prefers the red sauce, the bolognese. But look at these apps I brought in, Reg.
okay.
Some
All
apps
right, let
I
me see.
made, and see what you think of it. Uh, First off, this was strong, dog. This was work intensive, but look at that, baby. Look at
Oh,
that.
look at you.
A
Is that
little
prosciutto and what?
prosciutto wrapped around the cantaloupe, baby.
Prosciutto around cantaloupe. How you even cook that? Cantaloupe is. How do you
You
cook that?
don't cook it. Prosciutto is
Oh,
just
that's
like
right. You don't have
cured
to cook
meat.
prosciutto. That's right. Yeah,
Nah,
I'm tripping. Oh,
yeah,
look at
and
you.
yeah, pretty good. I didn't have a melon baller. I got an ice cream scooper, so that's what I had to do. And then here's the other one. Look at this bad boy. You know what that is? Little
Ooh,
bruschetta.
La
Little
bruschetta.
bruschetta
Yes.
with the
Look at you,
tomatoes
Sal.
and
You're
cheese
just
and
a regular little chef.
the basil. Oh, that shit was so good, man. That was some good stuff. But I had to keep the Italian roots going. But yeah, dude. So yeah, I like to cook. Like I was late today. I told Reg I'm going to do some cooking because I had some veggie tacos last night. So I had some leftover corn and black beans. So I made some huevos rancheros for breakfast.
Look at you, dude.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
telling
pretty
you, man, we
good.
talked about this early. We need to have, and I want everyone who's listening to this and watching this to chime in on this. We need to have a Sal's cooking moment or a Sal cooking episode where we talk about his food, his prep, what inspires him, where he
The problem
finds
with that is here's the problem with that. There's so much of that. Everybody is got the cameras down so well in the kitchen. Like
right.
you'd have, you know what I mean? You have to show that. You have to show the prep. You have to show the food. You can't just have picture, you know what I mean? That's the
Why not?
problem.
Dude, just take a couple pictures while you're prepping and then we'll put those up. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
we
we're not
could.
we're not trying to sell this as a food show.
That's
I'm just
true.
saying that you
That's
are good
true.
in the kitchen with the food, bro.
Could take,
So
well, those pictures looked good. You're right. So we could
yeah,
share pictures. That's a
exactly.
good point. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
And then let
And then
us know
maybe I
what
could give the secret more. I
yeah,
mean,
and
it's
then let
pretty
us know
obvious with the
and then
I'll
let us
give you
know.
guys we keep talking on each
I
other.
know I'm like we keep stepping over each other. And then let us know what brand of prosciutto you use and why you choose that one
Oh
and
yeah,
how
well,
you
people try it. Yeah.
yeah, and how do you pick which melon to use?
Here, I'll give you
Um,
a hint right now. I was just going to bring that up. So here we go. So here's a good melon tested, you guys. Because when you get a melon, you have no fucking idea, right? Well, you do kind of. So you know the section where the stem connects to the melon. You know that
yes.
little button, like
Yeah.
the belly
Oh, do
button.
you smell it to see if you can smell
You
the
can, but you kind of touch it, and if it
okay.
has a little give. The more give it has, the riper it is. You
Mm.
see.
So if you
So
push your thumb all the way through,
yeah, that rarely happens. That means it's rare. It's overripe. It's usually not ripe enough. I wanted to have a little push, and then if you let it stay a couple days on your kitchen table or counter, it'll ripen even more. Another trick
okay.
is, of course, you put it in a brown paper bag. Some fruits that's supposed to help it go quicker. But yeah, even today
That's
I
I
got
think you use that with
avocado.
pears. With pears. I think
Yeah,
you're supposed to put them
pears.
in a
That's a
brown bag and
trick.
put them in the fridge.
But avocado I got and it was perfect this morning. But a couple days
Ooh.
ago I got it. Or just yesterday. But you just gotta know it has to have a little give. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know with the avocados.
But so
Yeah.
yeah, so for the cantaloupe, make sure it has a little give on the and this one could have been even riper, but you only get what you can get, you know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, I was there at the grocery store, fondling all the melons, pushing on their little inverted nipples, and people were looking at me as I smell them. I'm like, no, that's a good lope right there. That's
Yeah.
gonna get some prosciutto wrapped around it. All right, buddy. So we're gonna get a guest next week. What's up, Reg?
We're not supposed to talk about this on air. Hey
Oh, my
folks,
bad.
we're not supposed to talk about this on
We gotta
air.
get
But
us. We gotta
Sal
get us a
brings it up.
guest, dude. We gotta get us a
Dude,
guest.
there do you have anybody? I mean, I have a
I
few
got
people I can reach out to.
zilch, Reg.
I
I got
know, I know.
zilch
I
right
just I
now.
just want to put that out there that everybody that you've seen on here, except for like 3 people,
No, I've had some good. No, no, no. If we're gonna go back in the past, I've had some
four,
good
maybe
ones.
four.
No way, dude. We'll do it right now, Reg. Let's see how we do.
El Corey, and
Oh yeah,
then
he was really good.
he was
Yeah,
great. And then
I mean, I had like some pretty big heavy hitters, Reg.
you had El Corey, and we had Joe, your boy Joe, with the nut butter, and then we
That's
had
Jason.
I mean Jason, my bad. Shout out Jason, my bad, bro. I knew it was a J. Um,
Dude, I had Esther Steinberg, Chris Voth.
Esther and well, I think, but we both know Chris.
No, but you didn't.
But
You
you
didn't
thought
book the
about Chris. You
motherfucker.
you did pick out Chris, and also you also had I forget her name with the weed, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, Charlene.
Charlene. Um,
Yeah.
so
So
you've had a
what?
few.
Yeah. So what you complaining about, Reg?
You had a few. Well, that's five. That's five.
So
Yeah.
you know, Reggie, you just got all right, whatever. I'm trying to pull up all the episodes now. I'm kind of curious.
Okay.
We could
Okay.
do a little side by side on well, yeah, we haven't had a guest in a while, but we had Ollie Peak, so that's a Reggie one. Old friends from college though, does that really count?
I mean, but he was a professional athlete who played for 16 seasons. It wasn't about my friendship, but
Kathleen, Antonia Tar. Okay, that's two
yeah,
for Reg.
Aize.
Okay, Voth and Steinberg, that's two for Sal, so we're tied. Let's see here.
No, that's not tied because you said
Well,
Ali
now
Peak,
wait, hold
Aize,
on.
and
I'm doing it
Kathleen.
in a
That's
row.
3-2.
So Aize's three, King Hassan is four, 4-2. Let's see. Tom Rhodes, five, Riggins. Was that you? Six.
Yeah.
Henton, seven.
Chad Daniels, Ian Bagg.
Wendy Lehman, eight. Charlene, three.
Okay.
8-3. Hold on. Man, we sometimes go a whole month or two without.
Yeah.
Let's see. OJ Patterson, that was me, five.
Okay.
Erskine, me, six.
Erskine. No. No,
Yeah, dude,
no,
I
you can't
got him.
because we both know Kellen.
No
We both
matter,
know
I
Kellen.
booked them. Silly, we both know
Now,
him, but you got silly, so that's 9.
okay, well, I think Kellen is like that's in soccer, you know how you get a draw? That should be a draw.
No, Samuel Bade, that's me. That's another 9.
What? We
Maison,
both know
that's me.
Sammy. I know Sammy.
9.
Who?
Maison, Steve Maison.
We
Okay, then
both
you
know
got
Steve
Chad
Maison too.
Daniels. Yeah, but just because we both know him, John L. Corey, that's me. Greg Edwards, me.
No, wait,
Avery,
hold on. You
you,
can't. How you claim Greg? We both know Greg. We both know Steve. We both know Chris. We both know, like, come
Diane,
on,
Amos,
Sammy. Like
Ian
those.
Bag.
Nah, I'm talking. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. So it's pretty even once you get down in the
Ian
weeds.
into the weeds. Yeah, I think there's like 5 that are like there's a
But you
draw,
know,
right? In
anyway,
boxing, win, loss, and a draw.
let
You
me
gotta
know
have
what you
another
got
category
coming
for the
up.
draw.
Let me know what you got coming up, man.
Oh,
All right,
that's
everybody.
funny.
Well, thanks for listening this week. We'll look forward to your hate comments.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope there's no hate. I mean, but if there is, then
No,
that's
this
just a
was a
part
good
of it,
one.
right? Everybody I see who's successful, they always talk about, well, when you do something good, it like they always got a country accent or southern accent. Hey man, when you're doing your thing, right, and you make it to a certain level, when you get the love, it also come with the hate. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you're doing something when people hate you. You know what I'm
There it
saying?
is.
So
There it is.
so that means we out here doing it big, letting people know, sharing our thoughts and our opinions. So we welcome both the love and the hate, right?
There it is,
Because it's the same
ladies.
thing. They say ain't no such thing as bad publicity. As long as you talking about me, it's all good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So let the hate flow and let the love grow, right? Let it be what it's gonna be.
There it is. The
We here
scarfed
for
one,
it.
ladies and
We here
gentlemen.
for it.
The scarfed one.
And just for the record, Tupac and Biggie are hanging out in the Earth's core with dinosaurs
Yeah,
and
we should put that
aliens.
clip up. That was funny. All right, do close us out. You should do that voice while you close us out.
Which
That
one,
was
the
a cool
Southern
one.
voice or
The
the other one?
scarfed one, yeah, the guy just now.
The guy I just did just now. Hey
You gotta give him
man,
a name, bro.
I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate you 100%. We in this to win it. We gonna do this every week.
That's
We've
like one
been
of those
doing it. We
Atlanta
gonna keep
rappers,
doing
right?
it. Huh?
It's like the Atlanta scene, right?
I mean, it could be, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
could be, it could be down, it's down south somewhere, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
okay.
You got to talk with your hands too. It's a lot of this right here. It's a lot of this right here. Now, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. It's a lot of this right here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know, get that little bit right there. So, hey, what we want to say is we appreciate y'all. Not appreciate, that's way too many words. We appreciate y'all. We
Get right
appreciate
to
y'all
it.
tuning in, watching, listening. We ask that you please like, share, and subscribe. Let your boys know how you feel about us. We here for it. So with that being said, which I done said a whole lot, and I hope y'all still listening, that dude right there, that's my dog. That's Sal Kalani. I'm Reggie Steele. And this right here, this Spitballin. Peace.
Man, you gotta always talk like that.